Okay, let's talk about deer camp chili. Now, most of us have burned through our steaks and our roasts and we're down to hamburger. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing because you can do a whole lot with deer burger, as they call it. All right, it's a pretty simple recipe. Here we go. 4 tablespoons of olive oil. And you may need more or less, depending on how you like to do that. You're gonna need a half to a whole large yellow onion, depending on how much onion you like. I like it a little on the heavy side. You dice these, you cook them until they're transparent, until they start to kind of turn yellow and you can see through them. Take these out and set them aside. Now you come in with your 1.5 pounds or so of venison burger, brown it in the same pot. Now you're not gonna have any grease, so you might wanna put in your olive oil ahead of this. And if you want to, if you like a little bit of grease and you want to put just a little bit of beef in there to have a little fat, then knock yourself out. Then you're going to want to have 3 cans of 14.5 ounces diced red tomatoes. You can find those anywhere, or you can pull some out of your garden. We like to can our own. You're going to need some chili beans. If you like your chili really hot, go ahead and get 2 cans of the hot chili red beans. Now, if you don't want them so hot, get 1 of hot and 1 of mild. You're also, this is optional, again, this is adjustable and optional recipe. You can put some mushrooms in there, fresh, sliced. I usually put like a 8-ounce can of mushrooms in there. And I like to put some homemade salsa in there. One jar, 14 ounces, you can buy it, it's your favorite salsa, or you can make it yourself. I also like to put in some V8 juice. Now that gives it a nice consistency, 1/2 cup to a cup, however you like that. And I like to put some beer in there. 1/2 cup to a cup of that, depending. If you cook it a long time, you may need a little bit more because some of the moisture will cook out of it. But generally go with 1/2 cup of V8, 1/2 cup of beer. Now here comes the 3 C's. 1.5 tablespoons of chili powder, okay? Come back in with 2 teaspoons of cumin, and then just a dash of cinnamon. Then 1/2 cup of sugar, and you can go a little lighter on the sugar if you prefer. You can go 1/3 cup. Again, adjustable. Now here's where you really get adjustable. I like to use the pickled jalapeno slices. Now you can use anywhere from 2 heaping spoonfuls, which will give you a little bit of heat and a nice taste, or you can go really, really heavy, but once you get the volume up, you can't turn it back down. Put a little salt in there, teaspoon of salt would be fine. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Stir it and cover it. And after, 1/2 hour, it's done basically because your meat is already done and your onions are already done. If you want to cook it all day long, if you want to put it in a crock pot, you can do that as well. Now, here's what I like. Sour cream. Put you a dollop of sour cream in there, as my good buddy Philip would say, and mix it up. And you know what? This recipe can be found in the fall 2010 issue of Kentucky Afield magazine, or look for it on YouTube.